Hey guys, welcome back to another SciCraft episode. So we're getting closer and closer today. We want to update the server. In case you haven't seen the announcement video, the plan was to update to 1.14 first, stay there like a week or so, and just get a lot of god armor, and then update to very likely 1.19 or 1.18. Still haven't fully decided that one yet, but I would be in favor of 1.19. But there's still one more project I wanna work on today, with the help of JKM. It's actually about map art. So we're not gonna build another map today, but we're gonna prepare something that will help us make map art in the future. Of course, you know, for each of those maps, you need to place down a lot of blocks. Of course, you would use a 128 by 128 map. And technically 1.19, you could then lock the map and keep the map arts in your inventory, and then use the same area again and build the next map above the first one, for example. This would be quite handy, but it's kind of nicer if each map is a slice on its own, so you could technically change something about the map or just fly over it and look at it. So of course maps would require a lot of space, and what we did so far was to build the map art in our 3500 by 720 mesa biome perimeter. Let's quickly go there and check some of those out. Alright, so here we are at the big mesa biome perimeter, where we have most of our map art, not all of it. Some was even built this way, so we get the color gradient, so we could have more colors to work with. But building it like this also requires a lot more effort. What I want to show you basically is that we don't have a lot of area left to build map art in. So very soon the quarry will already appear, because we only got a couple hundred blocks left at the end of the perimeter. So we ran this quarry for almost 4 kilometers, and here it stopped. It was actually built at 1.12, so we could still run it, make more space, but there's also always a little bit of work involved doing this. So we kind of looking for a different solution. So in the future we want to build our map art in the end dimension. So we could just now just do it somewhere high up in the sky. It's actually also just as good as the perimeter, because we didn't really flatten out the bottom of the perimeter here. Because the problem was, of course, with flammable blocks, they would catch fire. So we already built everything basically, floating. So having a solid ground below was never really an advantage here. So we would have built this anywhere really in the world. But for some reason we decided it would be nice to have it in the mesa biome perimeter, so we fill it up with something. But people already started building their map art somewhere else, either high up in the sky or in the end dimension. So the future plan was now to go to the end dimension and build our map art there. But there's gonna be a special area we have in mind. So to explain this, I actually have to go to a newer version of the game, because the area doesn't exist yet in 1.12. So we need to go to the end dimension and move out around 370,000 blocks. If you've seen the Peaceful series, we already did that actually as well there. So we basically raided all the end cities towards this area that is 370,000 blocks away. But here, of course, we can just teleport. So I think it was something like 370,200 or something along those lines. Because there is a perfect void. Was it 700? Should probably fly out a little bit further, it goes rather quickly. So there's a big void that starts right here. Yeah, it was 700. 370,700. To be honest, I already forgot again why there's a big void, but this goes on for around 150,000 blocks in newer versions of the game. After that, we got normal end terrain again, and then there's another void that is a bit smaller. There's basically rings of void that are created in the end dimension. This was discovered a couple years ago, and then we were there in the Peaceful series also a couple years ago. We basically went with a frosted ice machine there that generated basically a highway, and along this highway we raided all of the end cities, so we would have, what was it about in Peaceful, actually enough ender chests to work with. Okay, and we thought this would also be the perfect area, perfect void here, just to build all of our map art. So there's a lot of space to work with, and Well, there's really no point. We could also basically just make our mapper somewhere above the normal end terrain, but for some reason, thought the void would be great for it. Of course, there's still one problem: getting here. So using ice boats or flying with the Elytra is kind of feasible, but it's not really nice that you need to travel more than an hour every time you want to build some map art. So getting back is always easy because you can just use the end gateways to get back to the main 5x5 obsidian platform each time. But we could also use the gateways to get here. There are ways to manipulate those and basically use them to teleport here in the end dimension as well. And that's basically our plan. So we want to manipulate end gateways to get to an area that is in 1.12, a couple hundred blocks away from the big void, so we can quick travel there every time. So instead of spending an hour traveling a normal way, we just need to go to a portal that is about 1,000 blocks out, or an end gateway from the main end island, and then we can travel to the area that's a couple hundred blocks away and then quickly fly the rest of the way. If you would already teleport like in the middle of the void in 1.12, then of course normal end terrain would generate, and we kind of don't want that. So let's actually head back to 1.12. JKM actually already prepared everything that we need for this end gateway manipulation.
All right. So yeah, basically I already started transporting some of those falling blocks with Myron. So we need to keep a couple of those falling blocks actually as falling blocks, because even though we have the command block items and the structure block item, it is physically impossible to place them in survival. It's just hard coded so that if you have the item, it's you can place it. So let's say theoretically I want to make some kind of decoration that involves a command block. I literally have to transport a falling command block and then land it. So yeah, the plan is to have just a couple hundred duped command block entities in each one of those, each one of the 3 dimensions, so we don't have to worry about losing them. So yeah, right here I just have the 4 that are absolutely necessary. So structure block, all 3 command blocks, and then falling unlocked hopper. Let's ignore that. And up there we actually have, if I can fly, up there we also have a falling nether portal and end gateway. Unfortunately, the end gateway is invisible. But yeah, here we have basically just a nice pair of falling blocks for generating hyperlink connections.
Okay. Obviously, step in it.
Yeah, that's literally just a falling block.
Yep.
Oh, and the Rainbow Road, actually, I should also mention that.
Rainbow Road?
So
was it for Pride Month, or?
No, it's for just transporting the command blocks. So on top of the Rainbow Road, there are actually block 36s. It's very important that we prepared it now because in 1.12 it's very easy to generate block 36. And the only way to basically store falling blocks in the newer versions is to keep them on ground and inside of block 36. So like in 1.12, well, as you could see up there, like the falling nether portal was just chilling above air, right? In 1.18 plus, it's basically impossible. Like the only way to keep them alive is to keep them in block 36 on the ground. So the plan is that we're gonna just transport the falling blocks over to the end of the Rainbow Road, and it's like 400 blocks long. It's not done yet. Basically, the plan is to store those couple hundred falling blocks in basically unloaded chunks. So we only load them when it's needed.
Okay. Ah,
right.
Yeah, the old vine farm hasn't been destroyed completely by the duper. See, interesting. Oh, what does anymore? Anyway.
Okay, so I actually have no idea why we went to the end because. Okay, do you want to generate first the 370k gateway or the end border?
Let's do the 370k.
All right. So I already prepared the nether portal warps to get there. Because obviously we don't want to fly those 370k blocks in the end manually.
Are you at the main storage?
Yeah.
Oh, I got sent to spawn.
Oh.
Coming.
Let's actually meet at Nether Hub.
Okay.
Because I also need to remember where the coordinates were for the
Yep.
first jump. Where is it? Alright, I'm waiting on the overworld side.
Doing a quick travel.
Okay, so you probably used the Nether portal warp before. So basically, it's the same kind of idea, but that you have to manually trigger the update suppressor. So this is a simpler design by Joabro. So basically, you just flick the lever, flick it off, just leave it on for like half a second, open the chest, close the GUI, flick, and go through the portal. Yeah, I didn't go for automatic because realistically, we were only gonna use it once to get to the location in the end, and never use it again.
Wait, do you flick after you open the chest?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I crashed at least. Work.
Yeah, it worked. Nice.
There we go.
So yeah, we have to do it the second time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, true. At a distance.
Right. Okay, so this is the final. Yeah, this was the final jump. So now here I already prepared basically an outline for the end portal. So let me actually explain the glitch in case people don't know about it.
Okay.
Basically, in 1.12, and I think it worked up until 1.17 at least. Basically, if you were under an end portal and you pushed yourself with a piston, for some unknown reason, you would be teleported to the end, but you would keep your overworld coordinates. So right now we are at minus 370k in the overworld, and we want to get to the same coordinates in the end. So that's why we have the setup. And because we have the end portal frames, you can do the honor and place on the portal.
There is a wrong way to do it, right? So just always need to...
You just have to stand in the center and make sure the end gate, the end portal frames always face you.
Okay. So it should work.
If it doesn't, I have a couple of frames in my under chest. Okay, so basically right now, after we go through, don't fly around. Yeah, because we don't want to generate those chunks too early. So just stand here and press the button, I guess.
Oh yeah, it worked.
Okay, so now we can load the schematics. So this chunk is never unloaded, so... What? Yeah, because if it gets unloaded and we reload it, it's gonna populate again, which is unfortunately gonna absolutely generate the gateway this time. So
get a bot.
That is true. I can just spawn a bot. Oh, it's done. Nice. That was fast. Okay, so let's go back to so I can explain it.
Okay.
Okay, so basically what is happening is that when we flew in and placed those shulker boxes, this basically kept this chunk right here from being saved. Like, this chunk doesn't exist on the disk when we... like, if we try to reload it, this chunk will not exist. So it's going to regenerate once again if this chunk gets reloaded. So basically, the entire idea behind this gateway generation thing is that when this piston retracts, when we flick the lever and this piston starts retracting, it's gonna, of course, start to check for... it's gonna start checking for blocks to pull, right? So it's gonna check this block, it can pull it, so it's gonna continue, right? It's gonna iterate through all of those slime blocks, and when it gets to this slime block, the piston is gonna be, oh boy, I wonder if there is are any other blocks I could pull in this chunk, right?
Mm.
However, this chunk is unloaded, and it's even more unloaded. It's completely ungenerated, right? It literally doesn't exist on the disk. So the game is basically going to generate this chunk, and while this chunk is generating, end gateway is going to be placed in this position right here, in the position of this slime block. However, the piston already checked that it can absolutely pull a block in this position, right? So it's not gonna check a second time if this is an end gateway or a slime block or whatever. So the piston is just gonna pull the end gateway, and when this happens, the gateway kind of forgets what it's supposed to do. So basically, instead of linking us to the main Obsidian platform, it's going to link us to main and island, basically, and we're gonna have a permanent connection. That's the important part.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Alright.
I guess we are ready, right? Like the redstone dust is here, all the endstone is
We
in
need
place.
to
I'm just
unload
gonna.
What?
I'd rather first kill Michael. Okay, so you fly back
Yep.
first, and tell me when you arrive at the lever.
Yep. I'm over there.
Right. So now I fly back. Okay. Just in case, let's wait for the next autosave.
Mhm. So if you're doing something in the overworld, right? It should unload.
It doesn't matter.
Mm.
Like, people can even do things in the end. Doesn't really matter. Because it's all gonna happen in a single piston action,
Mhm.
so nothing should influence it.
Alright.
Okay, flick the lever. Wait a couple seconds. Oh, looked correct. Let's fly.
Yep, there it is.
All right, let's see if it actually got shifted. Yeah, looks shifted.
Yep.
Nice. So now, if you go through the gateway, you can absolutely go through it.
There we go. Yep.
And you can go through it back. So you can, confirm that it's a permanent connection.
This is minus 1k, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you're back. So yeah, it's a permanent connection. So
Sweet.
basically, the piston pulled an end gateway because we tricked it into doing it.
Okay.
So I guess let's take the gateway back, and we can go to the
come back here, so we don't load more chunks, I guess. Should we put a sign down? People don't accidentally, or...
I guess that should be a good idea, yeah. Do you have any wood?
Alright, so after we have a connection to the void for 1.19, we also wanted to use the same gateway trick to also make a permanent connection to the world border. Ah, of course, it overshoots in the nether. It doesn't matter. I remember.
Yeah. I love how with every single jump, the mini-HUD coordinates just get longer and longer and longer. Like, it's obvious, but it's still kind of funny. Alright, so... Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't find an end gateway that was, like, very close to the actual end border, so we have to fly, like, 2k blocks away. Let me find the coordinates, actually. So it's basically south and around 1.7k... No, it's 1.7k south and 800 blocks east. God damn it, alright. Just follow me.
Already lost you. No, there you are.
Oh,
okay.
I see you.
But I gotta stop real quick, get rockets, sorry.
Okay. Oh! Okay,
Oh, yeah. So blind.
Oh my god, alright. Okay, so you do the honor of lighting the portal?
Yep. area blocks? Look, it's stuck. Okay.
Yeah, so same drill.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I don't see you.
Here I am, behind you. Can punch you.
Oh,
Should I log
what?
out? Should I log out?
Yeah, let's relog. Alright, now I see you. Okay, let's load the schematic. Let's hope it actually works this time.
Yeah.
Ah. Alright, I'm just gonna land on one of those islands. I don't want to overshoot it. Okay, autosave is gonna happen in a couple seconds.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay.
Just wait like 2 more seconds.
Yep.
Okay, flick it. Okay, fly in.
Okay.
I saw
Please.
population, so
Yeah,
it
I see
should
it.
have worked.
I see it. Yeah, I can pull this well.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. Nice.
Can I fly through it directly?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's a permanent connection.
And where am I? What? Oh, here it is. Perfect. Yep, minus 800, minus 800. Okay.
There we go. So we have a permanent connection with the almost end border. But I mean, world border isn't that interesting anyway, so why bother?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Why bother?
The only reason why we went here is because it's just gonna be harder in the
Yeah.
later versions, and it's kind of a flex, so why not?
Alright, almost there. Yep. World border in the end.
Me too.
Wait, does it give him a gateway outside?
I think they generate, yeah.
Can you go through them?
Haven't tried?
I'm gonna try that. So just bring me back to the mainland islands. It's actually needed and no need to fly back.
Obsidian platform, yeah.
Oh! Wait, what? Oh, just random damage. Just kinda deflected me. What? Let's see. Yeah, but is there another wall that I can't go through? Try to fly through. Maybe just throw a repel then.
Yeah, 30 million is absolutely impossible to pass. Well, of course it's possible, but
Ouch!
I think you have to use a boat, but then you just fly through the terrain.
Ah, I see. Ah, it's just outside of reach. That's a shame.
Alright, let's meet at the actual corner. Just take a screenshot and go back, I guess. Oh, we can actually go back with the end portal.
Where is it?
Oh,
yeah, you can place one. Yeah. Where are you?
at the corner,
Oh, the exact corner. Okay.
like actual corner. Oh, please tell me I actually have Eyes of Ender. Okay, I have 16.
Okay.
I should probably resupply my end portal frames. Actually, what am I doing? Like, let me also grab end portal frames from here. Oh, let me actually show you the funny end portal. So we all know that you can build an end portal just on the ground flat, right?
Mhm.
Okay, south. Oh no, I have to relog. Sorry. South, north. Yeah. So if I do this, then I do this.
No way, that works.
That works, and it's gonna be even more stupid than you probably think. Then I do facing north. Yeah. So I do this. And now if I light the end portal, if I light all of those frames, and if I finish on the bottom ones, look what happens. Mojang.
Did they copy a code from the Nether portal or what?
You know what's even funnier? So GreenJep discovered that if you remove all of those end portals here and you place another end portal frame, let's say right here, and you light that end portal frame, for some reason, lighting this end portal frame is going to make those end portals realize that they should be lit, and it's going to play the end portals again. Like, it's so much unnecessary code, because like, how else would you code it in? Of course it's not necessary. Like, yeah.
Maybe for map makers, who knows?
Why though?
Like, I don't know. It's the only explanation going through. All right, make it spawn.
We have the permanent gateway, so yeah.
Okay,
right.
awesome.
So yeah, the last thing I want to show you is the hyperlink. It's like the most insane thing about all of the new falling blocks. So let's just meet in the end.
Okay.
On the main end island.
Yep.
I mean obsidian platform. All right. So basically, like I said before, if you land a nether portal in the end and you go through this nether portal, you're going to be teleported to your end coordinates divided by 8, and you're going to end up in the nether. Which means if you're at 100k in the end, which you can get there very easily with those permanent gateways that we just generated, you can basically land a nether portal at that location in the end, go through that nether portal, and instantly, almost instantly end up in the overworld at the same coordinates. So we already prepared one of the hyperlink connections with Myren a couple days ago. So here we have the first gateway that leads us to the outer ring of gateways.
Okay.
And then we have another gateway that links us to another portal in the end.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, landing a falling nether portal is the only way to get a nether portal in the end. There are no other ways. So if we go through this nether portal, we're not gonna see each other because there are some bugs while going through a nether portal in the end. But basically, if you go through the nether portal, you're going to end up on the nether side of our current main storage portal.
Awesome.
And I tested it, and basically we can get from any dimension to the end with the just an end portal, right? Then we can fly to one of those gateways, take another gateway, take the nether portal in the end, and get to any location in any dimension, anywhere in the world, within 20 seconds.
All right. Thanks a lot for showing me around.
Right, no problem.
This stuff. Okay.
So yeah, in case you need any more gateways, do it before we update, because yeah, after updating it's gonna be pain.
All right, so this was the last 1.12 normal SciCraft episode. We have a couple more projects that we did in 1.12 that we want to show off. This will be done in form of server tours with some special guests. Those tours will also be released very soon. Alright, and after that, of course, we're gonna update, so expect new videos from the 1.19 or 1.18, as I said, not entirely sure, server, in the next 2 weeks or so. Alright, thanks guys for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye!